with that left hand.
Here between Inoue and Nery, and that right hand in the third round was effective.
This psychopath signed his own death certificate.
After his offense.
The second he put Naoya Inoue on his back. At 45,000 witnesses, first time in 27 fights. He thought humiliation would break the monster. Instead, he woke up something that doesn't forgive.
Calm in the storm. You see right there, just found a little gap right there. Lead hand is down of Nery.
What happened next wasn't a fight. It was a deletion. The monster doesn't roar before it feeds. It just feeds. This is Knockout.Legends. Here we go to understand why this got so ugly. You need to know who Luis Nery really is. December 2017, Tokyo. He walks into Japan and destroys their bantamweight legend. Shinsuke Yamanaka, 12 title defenses, ended in 4 rounds. Then the test results come back. Zilpaterol, a banned substance they use on livestock to build muscle mass. He didn't just cheat, he poisoned himself to win. 6 months later, they give him a rematch. And he shows up 3 pounds heavy. 0 respect, 0 honor. He wins anyway, second round demolition. Shinsuke Yamanaka never fought again. Japan banned him for life. But 6 years later, someone decided he deserved redemption. Naoya Inoue had other plans. Round 1. The shock. Inoue makes a mistake you'd never expect. Backing up in a straight line, hands down. 4.2 seconds, the computer glitches. And Nery's too dangerous to give any opening. Counter left hook, perfect. The Tokyo Dome holds its breath. But watch him during the count. He's not hurt. He's studying. Every movement Nery makes, the bell saves Nery from his own success.
Boost of confidence for the challenger, a 10-8 round.
Well, because that knockdown, it just told Inoue everything he needed to know. Between rounds, Inoue's corner adjusts. But look at his face. Stone, cold, ready. Round 2 begins. And immediately, everything's different. The jab's higher, tighter. He's not walking forward anymore. He's hunting. Midway through the round, he sets the trap. Feints to the head, Nery bites. And the body shot caves him. You can see it in his eyes. Nah, that's not just pain. That's the moment he realizes he woke up the wrong guy. First payment. He gets up. But the cockiness? It's gone. Rounds 3 and 4 become a masterclass, not in knockout power, in psychological warfare. Watch what Inoue does. He's not trying to knock Nery out yet. He's destroying the foundation. Every body shot compounds, ribs, solar plexus, liver. He's not fighting a man anymore. He's demolishing a building, floor by floor.
As he showboats a bit and then lands a left hand to the body, back to the body again for Inoue.
And you can see it in the numbers. Round 1, 43 punches. Round 2, 31. Round 3, 22. Round 4, 16. By round 4, he's not fighting to win anymore. He's fighting to survive. Round 5. Inoue decides it's time. Early in the round, he goes back to the body. But this time, he doubles it. Second payment. He gets up at 8. But now there's something new in his eyes. Fear. 60 seconds later, Inoue backs him into the corner. Combination upstairs, downstairs, upstairs. And the headshot deletes his legs. Third payment. The referee's checking him hard now. Can he continue? His mouth says yes. His eyes say, please, no more. The bell rings. Nery stumbles back to his corner. His corner knows what's coming. We all know what's coming. Round 6. Inoue walks out like the fight just started. Nery walks out like he's already dead. Inoue doesn't rush. That's what makes him terrifying. No desperation, no urgency, just inevitability. 90 seconds into the round, he backs Nery into the ropes. Nery tries one last counter. Inoue slips it, barely even moves. And then, right uppercut. Perfect.
There's the right hand! He just answered the question!
He's not getting up from that. The referee doesn't even count. Doctors rush in. 1 minute, 22 seconds. Round 6. Debt collected. And Inoue barely celebrates. And no flexing, no screaming, no pointing. Just a professional who finished his work. Nery's helped to his feet. Leaves the ring without speaking. Goes straight to the hospital. And never speaks to the media. The numbers tell the story, but numbers don't capture this. What happened in Tokyo that night? That was more than boxing. It was a lesson. In respect, in consequences, in what happens when you disrespect the wrong man. Naoya Inoue walked into that ring with a debt to collect. For Japan, for Yamanaka, for boxing. And he collected it, with interest. But that wasn't the only war at Tokyo Dome that night. Before Inoue made his statement, another fight was stealing the show. And what happened in that ring? Almost as crazy. Before Luis Nery learned his lesson, another man stepped into the ring with the monster. His name, Jason Moloney. Australian warrior, heart of a lion. But here's what made this fight different. What Moloney did in round 7 would haunt Inoue for years. But we'll get to that. October 31st, 2020. Las Vegas. COVID era. No crowd. Just silence. And in that silence, every punch sounded like thunder. Moloney walks hungry, 21-1, mandatory challenger, coming off a brutal knockout victory.
That's the damage also that Moloney's done on the inside. Yeah, there is now another cut.
He believes this is his moment. Inoue, 19-0, unified bantamweight champion. Doesn't believe he knows. The first 3 rounds, competitive, and that shocks people. Moloney's not here to survive. He's pressing, throwing power shots, making Inoue respect him. And you can see it in Inoue's eyes. This isn't the walkover he expected. Rounds 4 and 5 become a war. Moloney's landing the right hand. Clean, hard, and Inoue, he's fighting at 70%. And it's still close. But in round 6, Inoue makes an adjustment. That would break Moloney's will. Hold that thought. Round 7 begins. Moloney's still in the fight. His corner believes. He believes 30 seconds in. Inoue throws a feint. Moloney bites. And the right hand. But to the body ends him. He doesn't just drop. He crumbles. And here's what makes this brutal. He wants to get up. His heart says stand. His body says no. The ref counts. He makes it to 8. But his legs, they're gone. The referee's seen enough. And here's what's different about this finish. Inoue doesn't celebrate. He helps him up. They embrace. And Inoue tells him something. That makes Moloney tear up. He was very tough, very strong heart. He's the best I've ever faced, the best in the world.
Who's got answers for everything that you bring.
And it's not just, the physical fallout that Moloney's going to have to deal with. Now, mentally and psychologically, he's going to have to repair himself.
Yeah, Moloney didn't win that night, but he earned something more valuable: respect. But if you think Moloney pushed Inoue, you should have seen what he did to Nery. Because what happened in Yokohama 7 years ago wasn't a fight. It was a public service announcement. 2 opponents, 2 different levels of resistance, 2 versions of the monster, but one universal truth. And that truth? It's something you need to hear, because it applies to every challenge you face. Jason Moloney learned that heart isn't always enough, but in trying, he earned something eternal: respect. Nery learned that disrespect has a price. And against a master, that price is paid in full, with interest. So here's that truth I mentioned. Naoya Inoue isn't special because of his power. He's special because of his preparation. He doesn't react, he anticipates. He doesn't hope, he calculates. He doesn't try to win. He removes the option to lose. And that's the difference between you and the person trying to beat you. When someone disrespects you, don't react. Prepare. When someone doubts you, don't argue. Execute. 4-division world champion. Undisputed in 2 weight classes. 28-0. 25 knockouts. But those numbers? They don't tell the real story. The real story is in his eyes. That cold, calculated, unwavering focus. The real story is in his discipline. 300 days a year, the same routine, same dedication. No shortcuts. The real story is in his respect for the craft. Every opponent gets his full attention. Every fight gets his complete focus. And that's why Naoya Inoue fights. It doesn't feel like a contest. It feels like an inevitability. And in boxing, when you're the problem. There's only one solution. You know what's interesting? The bigger the fighter, the bigger the ego. And the next week, we'll see Anthony Joshua, the next challenge from Jake Paul. But here's what nobody talks about. 3 times in his career, a psychopath stepped to him. And what happened when they finally fought? Let's just say, it got ugly. Click it, watch it, because if you thought Naoya Inoue was cold, wait till you see what AJ does when someone truly disrespects him. Thanks for watching. This was Knockout Legend.